Hey everybody, it's Mr. Christie.
And this is Stouticus.
Ignore what I sound like this week. It's not important. What is
We always
important
ignore
is
what you sound like.
what is important this week is everyone playing their games, except one, but we'll get back to that later. So first up is the Rat Bastards versus Gladiators of Batiatus. The Rat Bastards win 1-0.
And we both correctly backed the rats in this one.
Good, so I'm right for sure.
Well, we're both right. So I actually watched the replay of this game because I was interested to see what had happened. Because typically a 1-0 rat victory isn't what you would have expected out of this matchup. Um, so Chaos got the ball in the first half. Rats put up a good defense. Um, they actually used the fireball. Yeah, they got a five-man fireball like on turn 4 or 5, that didn't knock the ball down, but ended up getting allowing a sack on the ball, a 2-die sack.
Well, that's
That didn't get,
sometimes all that's all you need.
but it didn't get the ball out. It failed because the ball carrier had sure hands, and he just got pushes. Um, so they continue to elf screen down the field, and on turn 7, the rats finally get the ball out and actually just keep away from the chaos. So they blank them in the first half, keep it tied, and then the rats score in 3 turns, giving the chaos 5 turns in the second half to score, and again just put up really solid defense and forced a 3 plus 4 plus 3 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus to score from the chaos on turn 16, and they failed the 4 plus dodge through the screen. They basically put up an elf screen in front and a 3 rat deep elf screen, so they had to just dodge through.
And it looks like the blitzer who after touchdown got leveled. Did he pick something? Not yet. Yeah,
I'd say then,
it could be almost anything way you could take on that guy.
yeah, unless he just ended without actually rolling it. I assume it's not a double because that would be immediately claw, I think. But maybe debating between guard, frenzy, just maybe straight piling on uh, without the claw. I think really those would be the picks. Maybe Juggernaut,
Juggernaut would
but I
be
might.
pretty good.
But I'd be tempted to take frenzy first.
Well, it depends on what you're up against next. Maybe he's got a team with the law wrestle, and it's worth taking the Juggernaut.
Yeah, it's possible. Let's see, who is he playing?
We'll find that out later. We'll find that out later.
Spoiler alert: he's playing rats.
Rats can have wrestle on the Gutter
Yeah,
Brothers.
yes, they can. And neither side took a lot of damage, or no permanent damage. So there you go.
All right. Next up, we got our Fire from an Elf versus Sterling Hornets. 4-1 for the Sterling Hornets.
Which I correctly predicted.
And
You took the Necro.
And I see in the Rebel.net the Necro took Satek.
Yeah. Their inducements were Satek, a bribe, and a babe, I believe. And then there was a get the ref during the game because this is the other game that I was able to watch the replay of. And so the Necro did a lot of fouling. That actually succeeded. They killed an elf.
It's on
like turn 2.
Yeah.
A guard line elf on like turn 2 in the game. I believe it actually was from a foul, from their first foul. But the elves just played a really high pressure game on the ball and didn't let up, and even the smallest mistake they capitalized on being able to get the ball out, getting shots on the ball, getting the ball out, and running away when they had to, or scoring quickly on their offensive drives, which is pretty typical of the Pro Elf playstyle.
And this lineman got a level. What was that? Block. Yeah, that's fair. He's got guard. You can't just fire this guy.
Yeah, no. Why would you fire a kick guard piece?
But you wouldn't because he has guard. I just said that.
Yeah. Well, I mean, when I was watching it and I saw his initial setup, he had a strength 4 block line elf on the line of scrimmage, and he had a guard line elf on the scrimmage. And I'm like, why are those pieces on the line of scrimmage? And then I was looking at the other 8 pieces not on the line of scrimmage, and I was like,
yeah, he doesn't have much. He doesn't have much.
He's a very healthy Pro Elf team. I'm very much used to like T-Self's old team of 3 or 4 good players and a bunch of loners. But the team held up for the most part, and that's how he was able to keep up the high pressure as well. Just wasn't getting removed as much as you might expect.
Yeah, it just seems like elves doing elf things without enough removal to stop them from doing elf things.
Pretty much, yeah.
All right, next up we got Go Work Orange versus Fragile and Limp. 2-1 for Go Work Orange. And I actually saw this one.
And you correctly predicted the Chaos winning.
Yeah. So something I have to say about this was I saw turn 7 for Fragile and Limp, where they had no chance to do anything to the ball, and they kept dodging out his players. And I just was like, that's not worth it. Like he was
dodging him from the ground.
Not from the ground, but it was like a lot of dodges that were not worth doing. Because some of them we used to base up to other players.
Okay, I was gonna say if they're based and you're dodging to be unbased, that's worth it. If you're dodging to then just go and base other players, that's not worth it. And if you're down on the ground,
it was a lot of these dodges that nothing happened from the dodges, but there was no point in taking them because they did not help prevent the ball from getting scored.
Yeah. No, you shouldn't roll any unnecessary dice. But succeeded 77% of his dodges, 35 of them to be exact.
Yeah, I think like a fifth of them happened in the one turn.
That is a lot of dodging.
There was a few dodges into tackles as I saw though, so that.
Yeah, I would expect that because they do have agility 5. Yeah, they do have 1 agility 5 at least. It looks like there were bribes. A bribe on each side.
Yeah, there was definitely a get the ref happening. I think it was the second kickoff that happened. Might be wrong.
Also, and it might look like leap sacks on the ball didn't work. Failed 1 out of 3 times.
Yeah, Leafs were not good that game.
Just couldn't get the ball out of the Chaos's hands.
Yep, oops. Yeah, Go Work Orange played a really nice offense in the second half. They'd removed enough elves that they could safely just walk down the line as they wanted. Walk down the field.
Yeah, the elves had 9 removals on their side, so yeah, it's kind of hard to put up a defense when you don't have a team.
Yeah. Alright, next we got the Horn of Gorthank and Tarot Alliance. 1-0 for the Horn of Gorthank. These really long names should start losing more, so I don't have to say them twice.
Well, you should stop backing them then. Because you picked the Chaos. I had picked the Chorps in this one.
Well, I picked the right one then.
Just looking at the stats, it looks like a normal...
Looks like a very bashy game.
Even on blocks, a little more of the injuries went the...
More than half the blocks... Well, maybe not just blocks, but more than half... Like, the armor breaks are more than half of the blocks. On both sides. This is a very killy game.
Well, the Chorps had 1 bribe that failed. But there was probably fouling on either side as well. On both sides, I should say.
Oh, we got that one death on the team. Big player. The Magician. He was guard, strength up, mighty blow, stand firm. Dead.
That's a good blocker.
Yeah, it is dead. And his Hobgoblin got a level. And of course his sturdy player.
Because why wouldn't it be dirty player?
Oof. Movement down on one of the Beastmen. There's a movement down on the Loner Beastman.
Well, no one cares about a loner.
Yeah. I think I'm just using that to say, man, there was a lot of injuries this game. I don't even know if either of the teams cared about the ball this game. Except for that one score.
Well, they both had it 30% of the time. So, you know. The ball spent a lot of the time on the ground. Them fighting over it.
This is like pure bash, this game was.
And it might have come down to the KO rolls, too, because the Chorps failed both of theirs, while the Chaos succeeded both of theirs.
Could be.
So even though the Chorps actually got more of the permanent injuries, the Chaos might have had more players on the pitch to start second half, which allowed them to score, potentially. I don't know when they scored their touchdown.
I feel like it was the second half. When it looks like there was not many Chorfs on the field.
Yeah.
All right, next up we got Red Pickles Flashpoint versus Wood United. Unplayed. They'll be playing sometime during our recording. So, go Rail Pickles Flashpoint.
Yeah, sadly they couldn't play until today, but still in plenty of time for the normal week, so you can't yell at them for not playing during the week. They still have the right to play Wednesday night. Yeah, you took the humans, I'd taken the Wood Elves, so...
But if they want to get their game
Wood
recapped,
Elves.
they would have played sooner.
Well, sometimes that doesn't happen, so I'm not mad.
I'm not mad either. I just stated a fact.
Yes, we can't cover a game that didn't play.
Next up, we got Pepper Steaks versus Bioware for Life. 1-0 for Pepper Steaks.
Which I correctly predicted that one. You had backed Dire Sickfish and his vampires.
Oh yeah, this one looks like the vampires were very hungry.
Yeah, the vampires inflicted 3 KOs and 2 injuries on themselves. I mean, the orcs helped a lot with the 4 KOs and 2 injuries, but the vampires seem to hurt themselves a lot this game.
Actually, vampires got a lot of armor breaks despite not that many blocks. They got a good amount of armor breaks for how many blocks they did.
Now, does their armor breaks register bites as well?
No, because there's no armor break there. It's just a straight to injury.
Oh, yes. Yeah, I always forget that. Although, actually, they weren't any more hungrier than usual, really. I mean, 79% on Bloodlust isn't...
Yeah, but the blood they took probably was a lot.
Yeah. Every bite probably caused a removal, it seems like. And there was a regen on a vampire at some point. And the orcs had a wizard and used the lightning bolt, so that could have helped stop the vampires from scoring, or help them score. Either way, it worked out. The orcs were playing a passing game.
But not very well.
No, not very well. They couldn't really throw the ball, and they definitely couldn't catch it. I don't know if that could have been not in desperation to try and score a second touchdown, potentially. I feel like, because why else? Unless those were just vanity passes. But why else would you be doing that?
I don't know why. None of his players look like they're one away from a level.
Oh well, could set him up. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe that black orc, the rookie, tried to make 2 passes.
Yeah, that's possible.
But it didn't work out very well.
No, it didn't.
Alright, and let's take a look at the last game. Beard to Death versus Uniquely Dangerous. 2-0 for the Beard to Death.
Good old 2 armor value 7 teams going at it, and the Norse coming out on top. Which, now that you've, sworn off Larkstar, he's now going to win the division. Rally from behind.
No, he's going to hit a wall and lose his entire team this week.
No, now he's
All
gonna
the
have
way to the stadium,
invincible.
the bus is gonna crash, and then everyone's gonna be injured.
No, he's gonna have invincible AV7 armor from here on out.
Or I guess the boat. The boat's gonna crash. That's how Norse travel, right?
Usually, yeah. But it could be a boat on wheels.
Yeah.
But I took the Norse. You had taken T-Self and his rats, but it was just 48 blocks to 18. T-Self suffered 14 removals, 8 KOs, 6 Kazes, to the Norse 2, which were 2 KOs.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to score when you don't have players on the field.
Yeah. A
Wake
lightning bolt did work against the Norse, but
the wake ups
obviously
were terrible.
didn't result in a touchdown. Yeah, there were 8 KOs suffered by the rats, and so only getting he got 5 of them back eventually. So,
How many of them were gang up a second time?
well, 3 of them, because if you had 8 and you rolled 11 times. But yeah, it just seems like the Norse just beat up on the rats.
Yeah.
And dodging wasn't the rats' friends either. Only 58%.
Yeah, that's pretty bad. Did they run out of gutter runners and I had to try dodging with lie rats?
That or T-Self doesn't quit, so, he's gonna constantly keep cage diving in hopes of
one of these cage dives is gonna work.
The ball out. Yeah, so some of those dives aren't gonna be an easy 2+ or 3+. They're gonna be 4 or 5 pluses. So
Yep. Alright, so
but games like that happen when you're an AV7 team.
Yep.
You okay?
I'm fine. Alright, so looking at the leaderboard now. Toast Guy, definitely in the top. All wins.
Yeah, he's had a good, solid first third of the season.
Yep. And then we got Pepper Steaks with Madungu coaching them. Doing pretty well right now.
Yeah, he's doing very well with his org team.
Then we got
coming up.
Yep. Then we got the Horn of Gorthank. Also doing well.
And then the recently surging, I think, Pro Elf team. I think they've won the last 2 weeks.
Well, I think they're on top of this tie they have going on here because they just won by 3. Oh, yeah. Yeah, they're way up there on the touchdown differential right now. Then we got Beer to Death. And this is actually in order. And Bioware for Life. They're all in order.
Yep. And then the Dark Elves, are they this division's Callisti?
No, because they haven't tied.
Oh no, that this division's Fiction. Sorry, from last season, it was Fiction. That was win or lose.
Yeah, Ricky Bobby, your first year last.
Yeah, that's how his season's gone so far.
And we got Go Work Orange after that. Doing pretty good. You know, they're not... They're in a safe spot, I say. Although anyone could probably get to the top if they just win every single game and haven't already lost to Toast Guy.
Yeah, I mean, if Toast Guy keeps winning, that he's just going to keep pulling farther and farther away from the middle of the pack. Like, one and two spots will start becoming a bit out of reach for almost everyone if those top two teams keep.
Well, if the division predictor is working, I will bring it up next week.
I think week 5 is a bit early for the division predictor.
Nah, that's fine. It might not be working. I don't even know if it's working.
I don't know if it actually can work that with that little data. I don't know.
I don't know. I've never tried this early. Science has to happen.
Go and try.
Where am I? Oh, yeah. And then we got Uniquely Dangerous, who should have won this week, but Larkstar was a bully.
Wow.
I can say it. I kept getting called a bully for the last few seasons.
Although I will say I have seen, because T-Self streams all his games at times where I'm able to watch them, there has been a couple games that the dice just went against him, and that happens.
Those games happen.
Yeah.
That's what we get for playing a game with dice.
Exactly.
Then we got Tarot Alliance. I mean, from what I've seen, they got screwed over by Magnet Hands a lot in their games.
Well, they're playing Filthy Chorfs, so they deserve to be at the bottom.
That is also true.
I didn't say that.
That is also true. Then we got Gladiators of Batiatus. I thought they were higher for some reason.
No.
I think I might have been mixing them up with the Horn of Gorthank. Because they are also high. And Chaos.
Or Goat Work Orange, the other Chaos team.
No, because they're just middling. They're in the middle.
Oh, the Gorthank and the Gladiators, you know.
Maybe.
2G names.
Maybe.
Mix them up.
It might be something like that.
Come on, guys. Be aware of all the other team names.
Yeah, when you make your teams in the first division, when you make your team in your first division, think about what you're going to be up against in Division 3.
Yeah, but I mean, like, all 3 Chaos teams, Gorthang, Goat Work Orange, Gladiators, you know. No.
I mean, there's a lot of G's. Then we got Arfar, if I'm an elf.
Yeah, it's a little surprising based off of some of the players, especially the Wolves that this team had to start with. But you know,
they lost a Wolf right away, didn't they? I think that almost ends like every Necro season. Like right away. I think if you lose a Wolf in the first game, I think your entire season gets shot.
I mean, it was a Claw Mighty Blow Wolf, but he also has the Vampire Claw Mighty Blow Wolf. So
it's just what I've seen. If like first game you lose a werewolf, you get ruined for the rest of the season.
Yeah, I know. We've covered another Necro team previously where that same exact thing happened and they struggled the rest of the season. But like that was their only Claw Mighty Blow piece. This team had 2, so it's not like
maybe you just need 2 to make it in Rebel.
Well, but you still got a Strength 5 Agi, Strength 4 Agi 4 one too. So
yeah, but that's just one.
Too much.
That's just one.
It's just one.
You need 2 for Rebel.
Okay.
Then we got Wood United. I think.
Yeah. They'd be farther up if they win the game they haven't played yet. So.
Oh yeah, that's true. Same with
be,
the next one. REL Pickles Flashpoint.
Yeah, they'd be all the way up to 8th right now if they win their game.
9th, but yeah. Both of them will go up to 9th. They're both tied right now.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, and then REL Pickles Flashpoint at the bottom right now.
Well, someone's gonna at least get a tie this game. One of them is gonna move up soon.
Probably. You would hope.
Actually, yeah. Yeah, they'll go up. If they just tie, they'll go up. They'll both go up above Are Far From an Elf if they both tie.
Oh, on
touchdown differential.
TD different. Yeah. But still essentially in the same spot.
Yeah. Alright, so let's take a look at next week. So we got the the Rat Bastards versus Uniquely Dangerous. Who has the most gutter runners right now?
T-Self has 4. And Toast Guy has 4.
Okay.
1 rookie on each team. 1 rookie vermin on each team. 1 rookie... oh, no. Toast Guy's got a complete rookie gutter runner. T-Self has 1 with just Wrestle.
Alright, how much tackle do they got? There's 2 there.
Toast Guy does have the claw.
Well, that's not going to matter.
Mighty Blow Claw piling on.
I mean, the air skills matter.
Toast Guy does only have 1 tackle. It is on the Mighty Blow Vermin, though. That still has to take a... more and more I think about it, I wouldn't necessarily hate Juggernaut as the skill choice if it's a normal. But I think Frenzy would also be nice.
I'm thinking Toast Guy on this one. Yeah, I'm looking at this, and I think it's Toast Guy.
Yeah, he does have 13 players versus
12.
Versus 12.
He's got very good removal player.
T-Self has no bank, so all the inducements are coming from the TV difference, and if that's a normal skill, that's
only going to be 80. Or not even, it's going to be 70.
Yeah, it's going to be 70. So no wizard anyway, even if it even if it was a strength up, there's no wizard. I don't want to agree with you because I kind of like it when we completely disagree, but I was going to pick Toast Guy in this one.
Well, I picked him first, so you can make your choice now.
I'm going with Toast.
Copy me or be different.
I'm going to go with Toast Guy as well.
All right. Next up, we got Beard to Death versus Bioware for Life. I'm going to make a check.
In before you, Norse.
Just to be sure. And yeah, I'm going to go with the BioWare for life.
Because he doesn't have enough. Larkstar doesn't have enough Zoltar.
Yeah, he betrayed me, so he's dead to me. I'm not picking him.
Uh,
Yeah, you could get with a Novel's Altar for this game, Larkstar. You get Boomer and a Babe. Now you're just gonna get one of those.
he does get 110 in inducements plus.
Where'd you getting that math from? Oh, wait, never mind. Larkstar's up 50k.
Yeah.
Never mind.
So
math is different now.
He technically has 260 if he wants to play with his entire bank. So he can basically get what he wants for this match. It's two 15-man rosters going against each other.
Well, now that Larkstar can't do this because he decided to sell off his Nuffle's Altar, but what he could have done is get Zara the Slayer. But now he can't because he decided to not get the Nuffle's Altar.
With the Norse having plenty of removal in 4 Mighty Blow and 2 piling on Berserkers. With the vampires seemingly wanting to constantly remove themselves as well the last couple weeks. So that's why I'm going with the Norse.
All right,
trying to keep this on track.
All right, you can be a Larkstar sympathizer.
Sure.
Next, we got Pepper Steaks versus Wood United. Pepper Steaks have been doing really well this season.
Yes, they have. They have really developed blitzers, but slightly underdeveloped black orcs, seeing they've been carrying a rookie, and 2 of the other black orcs just have 2 skills. But it's a solid team overall. Has everything you need.
I think it's a scary orc team.
Yeah. I mean, I've seen scarier, but 2300 TV.
Baby Swiss doesn't count as scary.
I was thinking more of Papa Nasty orc teams.
Oh, okay, good. Because Baby Swiss makes that team not scary at all.
I was not thinking of Baby Swiss at all. It's hard to predict this one just because we don't know exactly what state the Wood Elves are going to be in going into this one, because they still have to play the humans.
Oh, that is true.
This week, which have a fair bit of Mighty Blow and Tackle on their teams, so they could be down some of these important players, especially the ones that are armor value 6. But going off the state of the teams that they're in now, the Wood Elves wouldn't really get that much in inducements. They'd get
nothing.
50.
If we're going off to state right now, they'd get none of the inducements.
Oh, they didn't want to. Okay, yeah, never mind. Yeah, the orcs would actually get inducements. They'd have enough for a wizard if they really wanted it. I'm gonna go with the orcs.
I was also thinking of the orcs. And again, 4 agility 5.
Yeah, that is cheating if they can have all of them and it works. That being said, there are 3 tackles for the orcs, all on blitzers, two of them having the mighty blow to go with it.
Yeah, I'd go the orcs.
Yeah, I just have a feeling the orcs are gonna just out remove the L.
All right. Next, we got REL Pickles Flashpoint versus Terror Alliance. I have a feeling that the humans are gonna have super magnet hands. They just seem like a team that has magnet hands. But I can't fully judge just because the humans have not played this week.
Yeah, but barring them getting really beat up, the Chorfs are actually going to get inducements.
I mean, of course they are. Have you seen how many strength ups the humans have?
Well, the Chorfs did have 2 of their own, but
yeah, that's not 4.
One is now dead.
And he's already replaced it. That's good. Oh, yes. The Magician reversed. In the wrong spot. He should be at the very top.
I think he's going to keep him in this way just to annoy you.
Possibly.
I much prefer it this way than putting them in numerical order, because then we'd have bull centaurs all over the place. Chorf blockers.
No. The bull centaurs would be right next to each other still.
Okay, but then the blockers would be all over.
Oh yeah, they would be all over the place,
mixed in between, and that would drive me nuts. So I like the way that he has it.
Yeah, he doesn't even have a spot for the fool in the world.
But I'm actually going to back the Chorfs.
I'm going to back the humans because that's a lot of strength up, and I think they have magnet hands.
You have to be on the field to have magnet hands.
No, you don't. You just have to be on the field for magnet hands to matter. You have magnet fields on the bench. Magnet hands on the bench. They just don't do anything.
Well, okay, yeah, sure. But, yeah, you can't actually hold the ball when you're not on the field.
Not very well.
Yeah, the crowd has a tendency to kick you in the head.
Alright, so I think we're different on this one then.
Yeah.
Alright.
It's our second contested pick.
Next we have the Horn of Gorthank and Goatwork Orange, the Chaos Off.
Part 1. Because there's 3 coming.
How can there be 3 Chaos Offs going when there's only 3 Chaos teams? Oh wait, no, that works perfectly. I don't know where my math was. That works exactly to 3.
That's how that works.
If you're unignoring my voice, I can't think clearly today. So Goatwork Orange. 40k more than they need right now.
And it's actually the first one of the season, too, so...
And the Gladiator... Wait, it's not Gladiators.
No, it's Horn of Gorthank versus Goatwork Orange. They're right above each other.
Right, there we go. Too many G Chaos teams.
Goatwork Orange is actually holding 40k, so they could drop that. If they don't, then the Horn of Gorthank is getting 100k. in inducements.
I say do it. I say just do it. Get rid of that money.
Yeah, the other thing you could do is buy a 13th player.
Make it a Minotaur.
Don't make it a Minotaur.
If you want to have fun, make it a Minotaur.
If you were gonna run a Minotaur on your Chaos team, I would have done it from the beginning.
Oh yeah, 100%.
I think it's way too late to introduce a rookie Minotaur onto this team.
Resurrect Umph, so Lil Umph has a mentor.
So he's got his friend back.
Yeah, so his friend can see him get legend. Because he's not far.
You'd have to ask permit. I think you should ask permission before you do that. If you did that from I forget who originally Umph was on, whose team Umph was on.
You don't have to ask permission. It's just more socially accepted.
Yeah. So 3-Claw Mighty Blow versus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on Horn of Gorthang. I Shoot Blanks will only be on 11 players versus 12 for Trox Bird.
Trox has less guard as well.
No, they're tied.
I thought I saw 5 on Gorthank.
Yeah, but that one.
Oh yeah, never mind. He doesn't count. Forget him.
One's missing for that game, for this game. So typical Bash game. It's gonna be who gets the removals.
I think the fans are gonna win this game.
Just lots of death for both teams.
Yep.
So the rest of the division will be really happy.
Yeah, I think everyone's gonna win except for these 2 Chaos teams. I don't know if I can count that as a thing, so I'll pick, hang on. I'll pick, Go Work Orange. I just flipped a coin for that.
Okay, good, because I was actually going to go with the Horn of Gorthang.
Excellent. Different on that. Next, we got Fragile Limp versus Sterling Hornets.
And Elf Off. We got a Rat Off to start the schedule, and then we have the Elf Off at the end. After the Chaos Off.
I think these Dark Elves are kind of relying on just 2 players now. Whereas these Pro Elves are kind of... everyone can do something.
Well, I would say that...
Sorry. Three players because I forgot that one lineman.
Yeah, I was going to say 3 players with the killer lineman and then the Agi 5 move 9 piece and the move 8 leaping sacker. The Dark Elves are gonna be the one getting inducements in this one.
They'll be getting enough for a wizard.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they're elves, so that's always a good thing. Versus 11 pro elves.
Are they only at 11?
Yeah.
I guess it's all the skills. It makes it look like they have more.
they did just play the last game versus Arf I'm an Elf with only 11 because they were missing the second thrower. So, it all depends on whether the armor holds, really.
I think I'm gonna go with
11.
I'm gonna go with the Sterling Hornets on this one.
Yeah, so was I. Take my pick before I can.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's how I do it. So now you're just copying me.
Damn you. But yeah, I think the Hornets will win. If the Dark Elves get a wizard, at the very least, it should prevent Clown Thulu for just holding the ball in the backfield with his really good thrower. But he doesn't seem. The few games that I've seen him play, he doesn't really do that. Last week he did it for a couple turns, but he doesn't do it for like a whole half. He's definitely one of the more just scoring every time I can get the ball kind of pro elf coach, which is how you really should play him, I think.
They're live or die. They're win or die. That's what pro elves are. Sometimes they do both.
Live or die? How can you do both?
I said win or die after that.
Win or die, yeah. Win while dying.
Yeah, that's better. That's what elves do a lot.
Yeah.
And then last up we got Arf I'm an Elf versus Gladiators of Batiatus. And that's a good amount of guard on the Chaos.
And Necro only have one. On a Blodge White.
I think this is going to go to the Chaos. I just feel Arf I'm an Elf actually can't do it. It has the Rebel curse of losing a wolf makes you lose the season.
Yeah. I mean, they have the bench. Waller Skater will only has the 11. They're giving up at the very least a wizard, maybe a bribe and a babe or something like that for the Necro. I'd actually probably go with the wizard. You have the 3 dirty players. You don't necessarily need the bribe.
Unless you roll double ones on each one.
Yeah. But then at that point, you're going to probably would have rolled a 1 on the bribe anyway, so it doesn't matter. It's more, does the vampire wolf put in work, or does the rest of this chaos team? Because there's actually only 1 claw on this chaos team as well. So I'm going to go with Arf, I'm an Elf.
I'll stick with these Chaos. And they have Big Hand, and I really like the skill Big Hand. That's about all I can say there.
You don't like Big Hand?
No, I really like Big Hand.
Oh, okay.
Yep, so that's guess that's all of them.
Yep, and we actually only agreed 3 times, so
we're progressing.
Right now, I'm leading the season. Just saying.
Yeah, it's because you keep picking Mark Starr, and he's trying to spite me by winning.
Well, that's the best way to try and spite someone. Just keep winning. So keep picking against him.
I'm going to do it until
like,
I'm going to do that until he gets Neville's altar. He already had it. Why would he? Why would he get rid of that greatness?
But when you pick against him, he wins. So why would he want you to start picking?
Yeah, you know, he could have got Zara the Slayer this game, but now he can't. Now he gets nothing. I hope he's happy. I hope he's happy.
Zara's overrated.
Zara is like one of the best star players.
Plus, he would also need to like blow his entire bank to get that.
He's got 14 players. He's fine. Right? He's got 14?
15.
That's even better.
Yeah, linemen are cheap. The positionals aren't.
Yeah, but don't have the positionals die. That's why you have linemen.
Easier said than done. Just don't have your positionals die.
Yeah. That's how you win Blood Bowl.
Yes, it is, but you don't control that. You've played this game long enough. Your linemen will only get badly hurt. Your positionals will just roll dead.
No, my positionals just don't get hit because I'm a good Blood Bowl coach.
That's not true.
I think it's true enough. The important positionals don't get hurt on my team.
Yeah, but tell me of the 7 positionals that he has, which are the most important?
Easy. Yeah, I'll just bring up the team and I'll tell you which ones are the most important and make it easy. You want that top berserker there, the one with dodge. I was about to say, why don't you take jump up, but then I remember they start with it. And then you want. Yeah, that's actually that's about it. Actually, that's all you really care about is Fu Manchu.
Not Victor Van Dyke, an Agi 4.
He's niggled. You already don't care about him.
Yeah, but he's Agi 4.
And niggled.
Well, that would be one that you don't want to get hit.
Yeah, but you don't care about him because he's niggled.
Oh, I think you still care about him.
No. He gets the Apo if it's turn 16 only.
How harsh.
And that's about it. I guess Old Dutch is all right. But Yetis die anyways.
Block Yeti is pretty good.
It's pretty good, but it's gonna die anyways. So you don't actually care about him.
Especially one that's 2 SPP away from Mighty Blow.
Yeah, no, he's gonna get a casualty, and then the next hit on him is gonna kill him.
Keep trying to caster curse him all you want, but I don't think we've already discussed this. You have the opposite effect.
Now we'll see at the end of the season when Larkstar loses. All right, so that's that. See you next week. Play your games. If you want to get them recapped, you just play them before we record. So until then,
sometimes it can't happen. It can't happen. It's fine.
Well, if you really wanted to get recapped, then you would really try harder. See you guys next week.
See you guys.